Introduction. Welcome to this session on working with other Microsoft Office programs. Learning objectives. By the end of this module, you'll be able to describe date validation techniques, explain about object linking and embedding, define the concept of working with other Microsoft Office programs, identify new methods for creating headers and footers in Excel 2010. Creating restrictions in a worksheet, specifying a valid range of values for a cell. In Excel 2010, the data validation technique is used to specify a valid range of values for a cell. If you are a novice, the data validation also helps make Excel a little kinder and gentler to use by letting you create custom error messages and add helpful pop-up tips. You can make Excel data entry more efficient by setting up data entry cells to accept only certain values. Data validation. In Excel 2010, data validation allows you to define restrictions on what input should be entered in a worksheet. In this topic, let us learn about some important types of data validation, such as number validation, date validation, list validation. To apply data validation, select the cell in which you want to insert data validation. Choose Data tab. Click on the Data Validation button in the Data Tools groups. The Data Validation dialog box will appear with three tabs: Settings, Input Message, and Error Alert. You can use the Settings tab to specify what values are allowed in the cell. In the Allow drop-down list, you can set the type of value that's allowed. First is Number Validation. Inserting a number validation. Select the cell in which you want to insert a number validation function. On the Data tab, select the Data Validation drop-down list and select the Data Validation button. The Data Validation dialog box will appear. Select the Settings tab and click Allow drop-down list. Select the whole number option from the list. That is, Excel does not support decimals or characters. Then you need to set the data range. For example, if you want to restrict the input through whole numbers from 0 to 5, choose the Between option from the Data drop-down list and set the minimum value as 0 and maximum value as 5. Then click OK to return to the worksheet. Note, if you want to remove the validation rule, click the Clear All button. Now enter the input value from 0 to 5 in cell E8, grade column. If you enter a number other than that, Excel will display a default error message. Next is Date Validation. To insert the Date Validation function, select the Date option from the Allow drop-down list. That is, Excel does not support decimals or characters. In the Data drop-down list, select the type of restriction that you want to apply. For example, to allow dates after a certain day, select Greater Than. Enter the start date and end date. Then click OK. Finally, List Validation. List validation is used to insert drop-down lists to entire columns. However, you can also add the drop-down to an individual cell also. To insert a list validation drop-down list to an entire column, select the cells that you want to insert in the drop-down list. Select the List option from the Allow drop-down list. You can manually enter the data for drop-down list, separating each entry with a comma. Or you can select data from your workbook if you already have a list data. Now, select the source data for the drop-down list from the existing worksheet and click OK. Now the drop-down button will appear on the selected cells. Note, you can select the source list from another sheet also. Input Message. In the Input Message tab of the Data Validation dialog box, You can enter all of your information in the title and input message boxes. Input messages should contain more than a description of your data validation settings. For example, type the title as input, and in the input message text box, type your message as you should enter a value in between 0 and 5. Now click OK. When you move to that appropriate cell, Excel will display the message with that title. Custom Error Alert. The Error Alert tab is used to display an error message when you enter an invalid input. To choose an error message style, select an option from the style list. They are Stop, Warning, and Information. Stop displays the error message along with the Retry and Cancel buttons. Warning displays the error message along with the Yes and No buttons. Information displays the error message along with the Cancel and OK buttons. To insert the custom error alert message, click the Error Alert tab and select the Warning option. Specify the title as Error. Then enter the descriptive message indicating the error that the value you've entered doesn't lie in between 0 and 5. Finally, click OK. Now Excel will display the custom error alert as soon as you enter an invalid input in the particular cell. Specifying custom validations based on formula. You can use a formula that contains a cell reference. For example, consider that you need to monitor a group of cells and make sure their total value doesn't exceed a total that you specify. For example, if you don't want a series of expense items in cells B2 to B7 to total more than 5,000 rupees, select all cells that contain your validating data. Choose the Data tab. Click on Data Validation Tool. The Data Validation dialog box will appear. Click the Setting tab. Select Custom Data Type in the Allow drop-down list. And then type your formula, equal to sum $B $2 $B $7, less than or equal to 5,000. Finally, click OK. When your input exceeds the data validation limit, Excel will display an error message. In the next module, we are going to discuss the topic Manipulating External Data. Manipulating External Data. Getting external data in Excel. To link the external source into your worksheet, click the Data tab. Click the Get External Data drop-down list and then select the From Web option. The New Web Query dialog box will appear. Enter the website address that you want to link to the worksheet. Click the Go button to view the page, and then click Import button. In the Import Data dialog box, select the range for which you want to locate the data. Click the OK button. Excel will display the data from the website in the selected range of worksheet. Refreshing data. You can refresh the worksheet to view the changes that were made to the external data. Open the worksheet that contains the imported text file. In the Data tab, click the Refresh All icon. The Import Text File dialog box will appear on the screen. Select the text file you want to refresh and then click Import. Excel will refresh the worksheet and display the updated text. Add Own Error Messages. Excel allows you to add your own error message to restrict other users from making errors. In this example, let us see how to add your own error message when the user enters a number of less than or more than 10 digits in the phone number column. click the Data Validation option from the Data Tools group. In the Data Validation dialog box, select the Error Alert tab. In the Error Message text box, type "Phone number should be 10 digits." Click the OK button. Now Excel will display an error message when you provide an invalid input in the phone number column. Now, let us see object linking and embedding. Linking is the process in which Excel data is automatically updated to the linked document. In the embedding process, Excel data will not get updated. In other words, it is similar to a static object. In this example, we are going to link an object from an Excel worksheet to a Word document. Select the worksheet cells you want to link, and then click the Home tab. In the Clipboard group, click the Copy option. Open the Word document and click the Paste drop-down list. Select the Paste Special option to open the Paste Special dialog box. Select the Microsoft Office Excel Worksheet Object option from the list. Select the Paste Link radio button, then click the OK button. Now the object from Excel has been inserted into the Word document. If you enter or modify data in an Excel worksheet, then it will be reflected in the Word document. If you don't want to update data, then you would choose the Paste Radio button from the Paste Special dialog box. Insert Drawing Object. The drawing objects in Excel help to illustrate worksheet data with a great look and feel. Let us see how to insert a drawing object in a worksheet. Click on the Insert tab in a worksheet. Click the Shapes drop-down button in the Illustrations group. Select the shape you want to insert into the worksheet. Hold the mouse left button on your worksheet and drag the pointer to set the shape dimension. To rotate the shape you have inserted, hold your mouse on the green circle and then drag it to turn it around. You can use the Format tab to add color and effect to the shape. Data Forms. If your worksheet is too large and requires constant horizontal scrolling, you can use Data Forms to facilitate you to enter a large row of information as a simple table. In this example, we are going to see how to use Data Forms. Initially, add the Form button to the Quick Access toolbar. Click the Form button. A dialog box will appear in the name of worksheet. To add a new row of data, click the New button to type the data of the new row. After entering the data, press the Enter button in your keyboard to add a row at the bottom of the table. Finally, click the Close button. Data Form in Excel also allows you to find, modify, and remove rows in a range or table. Drop-down Lists. The Excel drop-down list helps you to enter data into a cell in an easier way. It allows you to select an item from a list that you defined instead of typing it manually. Let us see how to insert a drop-down list for cells. To insert a drop-down list in an entire column, select the cells in which you want to insert a drop-down list. Select the List option from the Allow drop-down list. You can manually enter the data for the drop-down list, separating each entry with a comma. Or you can select data from your workbook if you already have a list data. Now, select the source data for drop-down list from the existing worksheet. Then click OK. Now the drop-down button will appear on the selected cells. You can select the source list from another sheet also. Let us now move on to the next topic, which is working with other Microsoft Office programs, including Office documents and workbooks. Excel allows you to combine data from other Excel worksheets and Office files easily. In this example, we are going to link a Microsoft PPT to an Excel worksheet. To insert an Office document, open the worksheet you want to link to a PPT document. Click on Insert tab and select Object from the text group. The Object dialog box will appear on the screen. Select the Create from File tab. Click on the Browse button to open the Browse dialog box. Now, select the PPT you want to browse. Click on the Insert button. Now the path of PPT file will appear in the file name text box. Select the Link to File checkbox to display the source file in the worksheet. Select Display as Icon checkbox to show the PPT as an icon in the worksheet. Click on the OK button. Now the PPT file is linked into the Excel workbook. To open the inserted object, PPT, double-click on the icon. Pasting charts into other documents. You can include worksheet charts in other Office documents by just using the Copy and Paste option. Let us now copy a chart from a worksheet and paste it into a Microsoft Word document. Right-click the chart and then select Copy. Open the Word document and select the location in which you want to paste the chart. In the Word document, on the Home tab, click the Paste Option button. Select the last option on the right side of the palette to paste your chart as a picture. Now the chart has been pasted in the selected location of the Word document. Preparing worksheets for printing. Excel allows you to take a printout of the complete or selected part of a worksheet from the printer. Excel provides a lot of control over the part of the worksheet of which you want to take printouts. Printing parts of worksheets. Select the range in worksheet that you want to take print of. Click the File tab and select the Print option. In the Settings group, click the Print Active Sheets drop-down list and select the Print Selection option to print only the selected range. Now the selected range in worksheet can be previewed in the Backstage view. Click the Print icon to take the printout. Printing charts. To print a chart, select the chart in the worksheet and press the Ctrl+P keys on your keyboard. Now the chart can be previewed in the Backstage view with a list of options. In the Settings group, click the Print Selected Chart option. Click the Print icon to print the chart. New methods for creating headers and footers in 2010. The headers and footers in Excel help to organize longer documents by keeping replicate information at the top or bottom of each page. The text added in the header or footer will be displayed on each and every page of the document. Headers and footers are not displayed on the worksheet in normal view. They are displayed only in Page Layout view and on the printed pages. To insert a header or footer, click the Insert tab in the worksheet. Click the Header and Footer option in the text group. Type the text in the middle of the header section, and then click the Go to Footer option in the navigation group. Type the text in the middle of the footer section and click any other cell. Now Excel will display the worksheet with a header and footer. Insert specific elements in a header or footer. Open the worksheet in which you want to insert specific elements in a header or footer. Click on the Insert tab and click Header and Footer. Select the header or footer text box in the left, middle, and right of the worksheet. Select any element from the header and footer elements group in which you want to insert into the worksheet. Add a predefined header or footer. Click the Insert tab and click the Header and Footer option. Click the Header drop-down list to view the predefined options in the list. Select the predefined header that you want to insert into the worksheet. In the same way, You can select the predefined footer from the Footer drop-down list. Custom header or footer for a chart. Open the worksheet and click the chart in which you want to insert a custom header and footer. Click on the Insert tab and click Header and Footer in the text group. Now the Page Setup dialog box will appear on the screen. Select the Header Footer tab. Click the Custom Header to open the Header dialog box. A list of options such as Insert a page number, date, time, file path, and file name is available to format the header or footer. Enter the text you want in the left section, center section, and right section text boxes. Click the OK button to close the header dialog box. In the same way, you can enter the text for a footer by clicking the Custom Footer button. Press OK to close the Page Setup dialog box. Now Excel will display the chart with header and footer. Summary. Let us now summarize the key points of the session. The data validation technique in Excel 2010 is used to specify a valid range of values for a cell. The Error Alert tab is used to display an error message when you enter an invalid input. Linking is the process in which Excel data will automatically update to the linked document. The drawing objects help to illustrate worksheet data with a great look and feel. Excel allows you to combine data from other Excel worksheets and Office files easily. It allows you to take a printout of complete or selected parts of the worksheet from the printer. Headers and footers help to organize longer documents by keeping replicate information at the top or bottom of each page.